I built this business that I have right now to 7 figures, one of the hardest things that I constantly dealt with was feeling like I was alone. Even though I was a part of these mentorships, these masterminds, there was still an element where you still felt like you were by yourself. And here's the thing. While I was building the business, I was living in essentially a second world, which was like in a Christian community. But here was the thing. The business owners that I worked with or that I worked alongside with, I couldn't really talk about them of how faith was, my walk with God. And then my friends that were in the church world, I couldn't really talk to them about my business problems. Like, both great groups. And the issue with that was that I felt like I was living in two worlds. So it was a constant tension. And I was actually speaking to somebody about this yesterday, and I tell him, I say, hey man, I'm actually building this thing. It's called Icon. He says, what is it? And I started telling him, it's a community for small business owners or God-led entrepreneurs and visionaries and leaders who kind of feel like they're living in both worlds. So they know that they have a business, something that God's placed on their heart that they want to serve people with through business excellence. But then they also have their walk with God where they don't want to do that alone either. And so Icon exists to help entrepreneurs, leaders, and visionaries build business based off of biblical principles that ultimately point glory back to God through excellence. And so we don't want to separate, this is my business, this is my walk with God, and they're both in separate boxes. I think that we live, especially in a world like today, that both of those things are interchanged, where you have marketplace and ministry coexisting. By the way, the community is already live. We just opened it. So if you want to learn more about that and check it out, we have weekly trainings, weekly Bible studies, and fresh curriculum that's going to be loaded or downloaded into this community. This is going to be something that we're going to be growing out. You can comment the word Icon down below, or you can check the link in the bio.